Hi everyone, it's Bork. In today's video, we'll be covering a reroll guide and beginner's guide for Nier Reincarnation. Just note this video is not sponsored by BlueStacks, and you actually have to use BlueStacks 5 in order to play Nier Reincarnation. You can see here I have two instances, Nier Master and Nier Reroll 1. You actually don't need to do this if you are going to be rerolling. All you need to do for the Nier client is pretty much clear out the data, but you can go about this method where you essentially have like the master clone. You essentially download the app via Google Play Store, and there you go for the rerolls. But you can also do this method where you pretty much just go in here and then you go back into the home menu and you go into your settings right here, and then you jump into apps, and then you pretty much just clear the data on Nier Reincarnation, sort of do this reroll method in this fashion. All right, but let's go ahead and jump back into the game and continue with the rerolls. So all you really need to do is, just go about there and put your name and whatnot. If I could spell, hit OK, hit register. And when it comes down to it, you should leave it at high or medium. I heard that if you leave it at low, there might be some issues with the game. I'm not sure why. Maybe they just need to fix that, but just leave it higher or medium in order to get the proper FPS and everything. When it comes to the story, I feel like you guys should enjoy it and read it, but for the sake of this reroll process, we're just going to go ahead and speed things up so you don't have to really go through it. All right, let's go ahead and talk about rerolls. I'm going to be focusing on PvP because that's going to be the mainstay of the game. A2, the very first character with the long hair, she's going to be your highest damage dealer within the game. Very useful for quests, recommended crit damage up, crit rate up if you want to build her. Great sword user. Then there's going to be 2B right next to her. Short sword user, very balanced character, relatively high HP, and very decent damage overall. Then on A rank, we have Friend Release, the very first one on your left. Short sword user, multiple hit for combos, high DPS. And then you have Fia, who's going to be a martial arts user. Going to be decent for buffing your agility. And then, of course, she's going to be dealing AoE damage. I see that you really can't go wrong with the S and A rank characters for PvP, and they also apply in PvE as well. All right, now that you've made it to this part of the screen, go ahead and click the gift box, click take all, and that's going to give you some stuff to essentially do some rolls. So you can go ahead and click Maman right here. She is going to bring you to the menu. You can also do the thing where you can click her 100 times and you'll get 3,000 gems, which is essentially a multi. But the thing is with that, you don't really claim it until the chapter 2. So you'd have to go through the whole story and dialogue for this scenes. But you can essentially just go ahead and do your first roll right here. Now, which is better, going to chapter 2 and doing another roll to get the extra stuff? Personally, it's really up to you. I think either method is fast, but we're gonna go ahead and roll on the 2P banner as you guys can see. And when it comes to this, just note that you should want a gold door, and ideally you get a purple cube at the end. So we only get golds. This could be a fake out. If we get one purple later on as a fake out, that would be very nice. So let's go ahead and see what's here. So this is going to be a normal sword right here. This is going to be a gold. Can we get a fake out? I like these animations like I said earlier because they go by pretty fast and it's pretty clean. When it comes down to this, oh, we did get a 3-star. Can we get another fake out, please? Can we get something? Oh, we got a character. So we got the dissenting prisoner. He's not that great, but that is a free character. So we got something, and I like how it says he is 63 years old. All right, so that is going to be one of the rerolls that you can do. Go ahead and click return. We got some stuff right there, and let's just keep going with this actual process. If you are wondering, just click auto and it'll pretty much walk you to the locations. Just pay attention to your surroundings. You might see a crow or something. Click on it and you will get some free rewards, some free goodies. But let's go ahead and just keep on going. Here are going to be the different summon animations. Just know if it's purple, it doesn't guarantee it's a character. It's just 4-star or higher, but good to see. And really quick, before we jump into the battle, in case you want to do the reroll methods, you would just go, back to the settings area and you'd clear the data in case you wanted to stop the reroll process at the point earlier, before this where we did our first roll. So just a quick reminder in case you were wondering oh, how do I reroll from that point? You just clear the data. Like we covered earlier, you can also jump into the main menu, stop this instance, clone this instance, and go from there. All right. And if you're wondering all of the stats, it's 4 cores, 4 gigs of RAM. You could probably do 2 cores and 2 gigs of RAM and be absolutely fine. But go ahead and skip this and just keep going through the game. So if you're wondering where do these Google spreadsheets come from, quick shout out to MilkGaming and then the folks at the Nier Reincarnation Discord. I'll leave links to them down in the description. And when it comes to this, here's going to be the probability rates. I'm not sure if you can see it, but here's gonna also be all of the information in case you want to read it and access it, the breakdowns for the tier list and all that stuff. And you can read the descriptions on why certain characters are the way they are. And for example, Gale here was known as friend release on over in this one. So very interesting, like the names and translations. Overall, I can't wait to jump into some more info. Alright, here's probably one of the most important parts of the game. It's explaining like the crow like sort of feature. All you really need to do is find these birds whenever you're going through the map, and essentially you will get some free rewards. So right here we got some character enhancement, and if we actually keep going further, there's going to be another crow after the battle when we're going up the stairs. Alright, let's go ahead and jump into increasing your combat power. One of the first ways is via character level. You can farm them out via the main story hard mode. Just try to get these character upgrade XLs because 1600 EXP, and if you see character type upgrades, make sure to get it for the correct type because it's going to give you a bigger bonus for EXP. Now jumping into other things, there is going to be different chapters that focus on weapon drop types. I suggest going for short sword and then great sword. Reason being is because this is going to be the best for A2, and then this is going to be the best for 2B. Right here is probably one of the most important crows that you need to pay attention to, because this one actually gives you a premium summon ticket. Make sure to grab that one. Outside of that, the rest of the crows like following chapter 1 aren't that important. Let's just go ahead and keep on going. Alright, here are going to be the recommended memories. These memories are able to give you attack bonuses, crit rate bonuses, and all the different things. Make sure to acquire them as you're going through the game, and make sure to equip them via the set. So for example, this is known as the Officer's Memory set. And let's go ahead and jump into other things. You're also going to be getting these Otomo as you jump into the game. They're going to be like extra character or accessory bonuses that you can equip to yourself. Here are going to be the different types. Just please be aware of them because you can get one of the free ones through the dialogue as you're jumping into the game. Oop, don't forget there's a little crow right there. It's like hidden in the corner. Alright, so probably the most important beginner tip is that main weapons will attain the attribute for the character. So what I mean by that is, for example, in this image, might be a little bit hard to see, but bear with me. This is going to be the wind weapon on the main stat or the main slot. Then you have like these two other weapons in the sub slots. The reason why you have it this way is this character A2 becomes a wind type. And then if you have like these sub weapons, you can put it on the main slot, and then essentially you can gain that attribute or you can become that type. So it might be advantageous to have like a high leveled, light weapon because they are going to be neutral against water and wind. But then you can have like fire, water, wind weapons, and you could essentially be good at all these different elements and tackle all the appropriate things. Here's going to be like, hey, damage dealt is going to be increasing based off of the advantageous. And just note that fire beats water, water beats fire, wind beats water, so on and so forth. Alright, now that you've made it to this section, let's go ahead and click Mama 100 times. If you click her 100 times, that's how you're going to get an extra multi, so make sure to do that. I'm not sure, has it been 100 yet? We'll check our gift box. Does she like say something? I want to give it like a couple of, yeah, so you can see right there, missions turned into 7. Tap Mama 100 times, and there you go. We got the 3000 stuff right there. So just go ahead and click tap all, take all right there. And I wouldn't claim some of these things just because I don't know what they do. I would mostly claim like, the staminas later and get the jewels as you need them. But when it comes down to this, we have 4900. We're gonna go ahead and just claim all of these. I think with claiming this stuff, we should be able to have 2 more multis within the bag. So get the gems right here, go ahead and click close, and we got 6620. So if you manage to do like the reroll up to chapter 2, right, then you will get an extra set of 2 multis. Personally, it takes a lot longer. Technically, it is worth it. Let's go ahead and keep summoning on the 2P banner. That is like for exclusive gems, as you guys saw earlier. Let's go ahead and also use that premium gacha ticket that we got from one of the crows as we showcased earlier. Go ahead and click skip. It's not going to be a gold door, and yeah, it's just a 2-star weapon. Go ahead and return and reset the luck. 2P, please come home. That would be absolutely amazing. I just want to see her in her glory, and I also want to take a look at her skills because there hasn't really been a review on her overall character dynamic. We're gonna go ahead and skip right there. I think that is going to be the thing that we want. That is just going to be some sort of spear right there. Go ahead and summon again. Let's keep this luck going because we got a 4-star weapon from this one. Can we get a gold door, please? All right, we got a gold door. Very nice right here. We performed 30 summons. We were clearing some missions, so most likely we should have a purple. There it is. There's the purple. That's what you want to see. Some crows going on. Most likely likely this is some sort of thing happening. I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to say what it is. I'm just going to pray to the heavens that we get something amazing on this session right here. Gonna be the pistol, and that is going to be a pistol. Oh well, I guess I'll just keep re-rolling until I can get a glance at 2P and use her in game. That is going to be the reroll process. In case you want to do the longer method, it's up to you whether you think it's worth it or not. Personally, I think it is good, especially if you're going to be running multiple instances. And not to mention, I'll also leave like the guides for the beginner stuff right here on the side. And like we covered earlier, these are going to be like the different like things that you need to look out for in order to do the summons, right? You want it to change purple for a fake out, and then these are going to be like essentially the tier list for PvP and tier list for PvE, or reroll tier list in some ways. Just note that essentially A2 and 2B are going to be future proof like we talked about earlier. All right, now that we've completed like this whole reroll process right here, let's go ahead and jump into the settings and show you what you need to do. Just go ahead and hit clear data, hit OK. You're gonna go ahead and jump back into the main screen, go into Nier Reincarnation, and your game should essentially be all cleared out so you can start playing all over again and essentially start your account. If you want to do like some other things, I'm pretty sure you could backdoor it and delete like the app data info, something like that, in order to, you know, skip all the downloads. But right here, as you can see, we're being presented with the initial screens where it's like, hey, you know, make sure to accept these things. That way you can play our game. And that's essentially going to be the reroll process. But anyways, if you have made it this far in today's video, consider subscribing, dropping a like, leaving a comment, follow me on Twitch, follow me on Twitter. Once we hit 27,500 subs, we're doing a giveaway. Have yourself a fantastic day. Thanks so much, and I will see you in the next one.